All the cycles.
Podcast. Spelled backwards.
Pod. Leap. Dumb. Leap. Dumb.
Pod. Spelled backwards. Pod.
Leap. Dumb. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We did it collectively. We did it, fans. You and us. We made it to the finale. This is Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. I'm JDB Crump, and cross his fingers. Praise to God. Amen.
I'm Lex Basile Price, and Oppo is so generous.
And I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg. And the fact that we're going to be brand ambassadors is like mind-boggling right now.
Love that you both did Oppo quotes. Oppo quotos.
Oppo Quoco.
And this is the last time we have to talk about men ever. It's Cycle 22, Episode 16. Finale Part 2, America's Next Top Model is? Which, okay,
Fine.
we got back to whatever. I retitled it, The Guy Who Heralds the Return of Hunchy Doo.
And if you're queer, and so that means you Hunchy Do, you can become part of the Lead'em Pod. Put that queer money to work. It'll straighten out the Hunchy Do. Guaranteed.
You hunchy do got $1.
And you're so hunched over, you're ready to click that clicksel.
Are y'all ready for an episode that's mostly where are they now? Da, 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 da.
Yeah, because this is the third time this season we have seen Tyra Banks give this speech. And it's not the last time.
Did they not know who they wanted to win? This feels almost like the show was delaying announcing the winner.
So weird.
And now we're getting sad walking and sitting montages.
Yeah, this is new staring mountaintop.
Well, and that's how you know that they definitely didn't know who they wanted to win. Because all four of them definitely got filmed at the same time, but we only see some of it now.
Yeah, if you see them staring off into the distance, they're gone. If you see a talking head, they got their distance later.
Mm-hmm.
This pink shift dress that Lacey is wearing
that we've
we
never
have
seen.
never seen before and will never see again.
And all of these speeches are so stitched together.
Oh my god.
Especially the women.
It also becomes everyone actually, almost ironically considering the presentations they have to make, pitching themselves now as why they should win over the other person.
The thing that feels most strange about it to me is that I feel like in most top model finales, we would be getting the same content, but Tyra would be saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Tyra would be the one who was like, Mame started off strong, faltered in the middle, but now she's coming back up. Can she make it to the end and take the crown?
Yeah, we don't get that this season at all. We don't get
Mame has to do that for herself, and it's weird.
Yeah.
And Niall does a Tyra 2 list of can-dos. Music videos, modeling.
Lex, you already called it out, but I need to keep talking about it. Especially Mame's speech is so cobbled together that the end result is the show wants us to think that Justin has healed the damage inflicted on Mame by her parents through the power of love.
But not because they're broken up. Justin does not ever want to see Mame never again.
And look, he seems to wish her well on her journey.
Yeah, he's cheering for her, it seems like.
And then we get 40 minutes to runway. Again. How? How can it still be 40 minutes?
Well, and every time we get a new Tyron of the time left, it cannot physically, logistically be possible unless they debate it for 3 seconds.
It definitely can't be possible because we see the same group of 3 women sit down every time 10 minutes have gone by. They sit down at 40 and at 30 and at 20.
Maybe they were just always going to the bathroom. They were just like, how much more time? We got 20. All right.
They're on a cleanse.
Mikey gets the sad stares, as I call them. But Mikey's interesting because Lacey, Niall, and Mame's stories are cobbled together but somewhat true of what we saw in the show.
Yes.
Mikey has to make one up because all we did was see him be a womanizer.
Mhm.
So his is, I was broken down and now I'm built back up. When
he was Mr. Friendly. You know, how he's the friendliest guy you've ever met.
It's fascinating that the show never provided the footage to even give us an inkling of that story, though.
Because he didn't get better at modeling.
No.
He is the only one of the four whose
It's the
modeling
same.
did not progress at all.
And he has an emotional want.
Mhm.
Like, they have the family stuff. I don't understand why that wasn't, and it kind of becomes the focus later, but in the intro of the episode, that's not mentioned at all.
We find out that there will be not just no challenge scores, but no scores at all.
Just the judges' opinions, which are what the scores are in numerical form.
And what's a shame is I thought that meant we were going to get a return to a judging private panel debate.
No, I
and
have
we
never
didn't.
missed private panel more in my life than this episode.
It would have actually been interesting to see who everyone was pulling for because it feels like everyone wants someone different.
Yes.
Especially because they have to pad out the episode with so much unnecessary, either boring or uncomfortable stuff.
That's what I don't understand. You use the Tyra speech on the runway twice in this episode, and yet you couldn't show us the judges talking about it because they don't get a score? Why?
Did they think that people didn't like private panel?
Maybe because they're so online now, they don't want the internet hate.
Maybe. Or it's harder to manipulate what happens if they have people talking about it and not just a decision to choose who they want to pick.
If I remember correctly, for our VH1 cycles that we have, thankfully, coming up,
I think they have private panels again.
they do, and I think they do an interesting thing where they only talk about the tops and the bottoms instead of everyone, which I don't love just for a podcasting standpoint, but it's closer. I get it.
Yeah.
It's much more reality competition show sanity, also.
Mhm.
That's what happens on most of them.
Yeah.
Now, it feels like that's the norm now, but at the time it was probably like, oh, wow, we're just doing the tops and the bottoms or whatever.
So it's so strange to talk about so many photos at the beginning of an episode.
Plus these presentations.
That they get a little lectern for. When was the little lectern wheeled out?
You know Tyra loves a little lectern.
So Lacey v. Mame in the lobby.
They're all very close.
They are the same shot. Like,
Yeah.
if I had to, like, maybe eke it out, I like Lacey's hand and eye line better.
I think Lacey's has a little more something than Mame's does, but they're both good.
Yeah, the one problem, Mame, and it's kind of all her photos, is it's heading a little into mannequin territory.
Yes.
I think in that way, Mame's looks a little bit more stylized and cartoony in a sense.
That's true.
Which, if that's what you're going for the spread, this is better. But I think Lacey's in general looks like she's actually doing the action.
Yes.
Yeah. As opposed to posed to do the action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They are both pretty good, though. I'm going to say, if you're deciding between these two to be a finalist just based on the photos, it's very close.
I agree.
Absolutely.
In the hotel room pictures,
I strongly prefer Mame's here.
Yeah, because Lacey's is really creepy.
Looking up to heaven.
As the man is in the bathroom and she's like just got off the bus and she has to make money for the hotel room. There's something so diabolical about Lacey's photo.
Yeah, Lacey's makes your brain come up with a story that's not particularly pleasant. The only thing I'll say is that just looking at those two shots so far, Lacey's are more different. While Mame's first two, same angle, same general expression, same kind of body language, which again, for a spread might work.
Yeah.
But then I way prefer Lacey's final.
100% yes.
Yeah.
This
bad
is the shot
Sandy,
you choose.
Hadassah wishes.
And it sells, I want to be this person with this jacket.
This coat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the coat looks fine on Mame too, but it just doesn't sell it in the same way.
Also,
dead face.
the luggage looks really good in Lacey's shot.
Interestingly, Mame doesn't have a visible model in the background of hers.
That is weird.
Because everyone else did, because I think it's Niall.
Yes.
Because Lacey's in the background of Niall's, I think.
Mommy's hair doesn't even look this good in this photo.
No.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
No, it's not a good photo for her, that last
It's
one.
very equal. There's a clear Mame winner, a clear
Mhm.
Lacey winner, and then
Yes.
the ones where they're checking in are very close.
Very close.
It's also nice that these are all photos that would plausibly be on a website or in a magazine.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You can easily see these in a magazine.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the fellas,
A little bit more distinct.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Whose could be better?
in the lobby, I just really, it's hard for me to get over the fact that they are not the same.
I think Mikey's face looks bad in the lobby and outside.
Let's-
Yeah.
In this first one, where he's with the brochures, his special shot,
Mm-hmm.
I think his neck looks weird.
It does.
It's makes it the same size as his head
Yeah.
in a way that it's not normally.
Now, I'll say this. Mikey's checking in, of the 3 checking in shots, is the weirdest to me. Because Niall looks like he's about to jump over and attack you.
Niall thinks that the bell is a signal that he's going to get ready to jump over the counter. Ding!
It looks like
a
you
fight
ring the bell and a portal opens.
Yeah.
And if you're not leaning forward, you might miss it.
In the room, Niall's waiting to fuck.
Yeah.
I actually kind of love Mame in the background.
I think Niall's in the room is way better than Mikey's, and that's Mikey's best one.
And that is Mikey's best one, I think.
Yeah.
Mame loves pulling that hair, huh?
Mm.
I kind of love it. There's something so, like, dull about it. It's as if Mame was continuing her own
Her
storyline.
head, I was gonna say, her head looks like it's an alien ripping their head off. Like ripping their human mask off by the hair.
Kind of love it.
But it's Mikey's best, for sure.
I feel like of the 3 of us, I've been potentially the most critical of Niall's general modeling
Mhm.
ability.
Mhm.
This outside motel shot is one of my absolute favorite Niall's.
Yeah.
This is so good. It's different for him. I don't feel like he's fallen into that slightly vacant expression that sometimes
No.
happens when he tries to be super intense.
I don't think any of these have the vacant expression to give him credit.
No, the first one's just wild.
Yes.
The first one's not vacant.
But not vacant.
I wish it
It's
was.
too activated, in fact.
Yeah. This is my one problem with Niall in this parking lot. He goes up onto his
He
toes.
lost his luggage.
No, he goes up onto his toes and wears invisible high heels.
He loves to do that.
I know, and I think it makes him look like he's about to fall forward a little
I think
bit.
he did. He fell because he dropped his luggage. Why is his luggage on the ground like that?
Because he's going to live free from all possessions now.
Mikey's. I have been looking at these suitcases for 4 photos. Now I only see ketchup and mustard for some reason in Mikey's.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's also because his hair is yellow
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
shirt is red.
Also, the light
yeah.
on Lacey in the background
It's too bright.
makes it seem like she's wearing a reflective vest.
She is.
Sure.
This is nothing.
His face in this is bad. Like, actually
He
bad.
just goes,
Imagine if we could have had a top 3 of Niall, Lacey, and Mame.
that
That would have might
so
been an
much better.
all-timer top
Why
3.
wouldn't you?
And then we have PowerPoint presentation.
I was right. They did need to know PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone takes the way they utilize the PowerPoint in very different ways.
Mm.
So Lacey is first.
I would say has the most experience with PowerPoint.
But this is so stupid.
Oh my goodness.
They're all so stupid.
What were they supposed to do?
No, I'm not saying Lacey's. I'm saying when this happened and we saw what was, because at first I was like, oh, this is maybe like a presentation, like a speech
Mhm.
that you have to make.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, the TV's already here for the pictures, so why don't we also make them do a PowerPoint? And it's just like, ugh.
And in a way, this is all of them sort of begging to win, which feels gross.
Gross.
The best thing about Lacey's presentation are her slide titles,
Mhm.
Yeah.
including Lacey, what's your game plan? Which features a picture of Lacey holding a sign that says, Lacey, what's your game plan?
The amount of times that someone just takes a picture of a poster and then puts the text of the poster on the
Oh my
slide
God.
is incredible.
I loved Lacey's. Lacey, take the wheel.
Did you like the quick zoom in of 5'7" actor.
Well, and that was the worst thing Lacey could say because Mame goes, "Oh, an actor, eh? Robots."
This is what I'm talking about with Mame starting from a place of truth and taking it 3 steps further. Because she keeps going on about Lacey's acting experience and how she's an experienced thespian.
She did one challenge.
And made a point of saying that she had never acted before.
Devin has done more acting as the Scarecrow and in his head in his acting studios than Lacey.
Has done more acting as Sandy in that terrible production of Grace.
I also loved learning that Lacey's book will contain relatable stories, favorite scriptures, which is capitalized.
Well, we know that for sure.
Journaling. This woman could teach you how to journal. I do believe that.
And I'll say this: normally you do capitalized scriptures. She's got that grammar on lock. Mm-hmm. But I love that hers is the only one that feels like a continuation of the Fiercepreneur presentation, where Lacey's like, "Let's give this another go."
No, Niles does too. I would say.
Is Lacey? Is it true that Lacey is 5'7"? Or is she actually 5'8"? But she remembered that there was a theme this season.
I think let me look it up what it says, but I think she was actually someone, because I thought Hadassah was the shortest when I looked it up. Yeah, keep chatting. I'll look it up for you.
I would buy a book of journal prompts by Lacey if I was into that kind of stuff.
For sure.
Like, that seems like it'd probably be very Christian-y, but I think there'd be like some fun to it. But that's like that. I don't need to read a book.
No.
But, you know.
Even though this is the cycle of book authors.
The plot of Lacey's book is the plot of Laura's song.
Wow. Wow. She's 5'8" according to the Wikipedia.
So she lied.
Yeah.
And it apparently
no,
didn't
she
work.
just did a petite hunchy do.
Ah.
Or maybe she's a small town 5'8", a big city 5'7".
Ah, of course.
Like how in New York I'm a 4, but in North Carolina, a small town baby, I'm a 9.
Before Mame presents, not only does she say because Lacey is an award-winning actress that she's become robotic and rehearsed, that Mame is just going to speak from the heart. I'm like, honey, this is a prepared presentation.
And she does it like a beauty pageant. And also, she lies in her presentation because she makes it seem like she has gone on a tour called No Excuses Youth Empowerment Tour that never existed.
Wow.
Because I thought, oh, maybe it's a Miss Maryland thing. No.
Right.
Nope.
Now, do I think that from a game player standpoint, when she has been told regal, pageant, etc., to give Tyra what she wants, it was brilliant.
Oh, I honestly think that's why she makes it into the final 2 instead of Lacey.
I exclusively think it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The truly mean-spirited editing caused by Mame when she talks about giving other people the love and attention she didn't get, and they cut right to that mom.
Who's still jet-lagged from her extremely long flight to be here for this.
If you were her mother and you watched this show, I would be pissed.
What about her aunt and uncle?
Also that.
Are they like the Thenardiers and they like made her sweep or something? Why?
Who is that?
Les Miserables.
Les Mis reference.
Ah, I got you. I was like, is that Cinderella's step-parent's name?
There is one slide, I believe it's Mame's final slide, that says, why do I need to become America's Next Top Model? And it just has a lot of random Oppo-Fofos, including the same one twice next to each other directly. Also, this was not Mame's selfie lighting, at least not on the Oppo-Fofo, because her face is so overexposed that you can barely see her features.
Yeah, her only good picture, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is the first one where she looks like she's selling the house that she wants to buy.
It's a good photo, though.
Yeah.
Not the sash photo in front of you can almost catch a Tyra in there.
Yeah, the Oppo phone is very overexposed, though. We have learned that as a selfie thing. It is, that light is powerful.
Oppo Expopo,
And apparently, these 2 presentations and judges' critiques took 10 minutes because it's now 30 minutes to final runway, and I've never seen Eric Asla look happier.
Can't wait to be done.
Just like you, Sai, he's almost free.
Then we get to the men's presentations, and I had a serious question about Niall's twin brother, because we see lots of photos of them as children. Is there a world, because he looks so much like the other brother, that the other brother is the twin and not the ginger albino man?
And the show just got it wrong.
Yeah.
Niall just sent in a bunch of generic family photos, and they're like, this is probably the twin, right?
He didn't tell us if we were wrong.
Can you imagine, on top of everything else, Niall giving this presentation, his mom is there, he's nervous, and he has 10 pounds of fake ponytail pulling his head all the way back.
All of them look so silly doing it in their runway stuff.
Oh my God.
He's not here for fame. He's here for impact.
That choice of Comic Sans font.
It's like Jeopardy almost. It's the blue background with this white font.
Yeah. Although that was also the color palette he used for Sign That. I think that is the one that Niall thinks is chic.
Yeah.
He's like, men's bathroom palette, please.
He is the only one who has an actual plan for what he's going to do after the show is over.
7-step plan.
Yeah.
Kelly says, on a positive note, and then doesn't give a negative note. But the way she said it was that, like, she ripped him to shreds after or before?
Yeah, but we see nothing but positive from Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
I think either the presence of... We talked about it a little bit last episode.
Yeah.
I think no one realized how they would individually feel critiquing the models in front of their parent.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone dialed it way back.
And critiquing their photos is one thing, but to critique somebody's life plan in front of their parent...
That they were given an
I didn't
hour
even
to do
think
or
about
whatever.
it like that. That's so... Why did they think this was a good idea?
Is it their life plan or is it Mikey's game plan?
This PowerPoint is nothing.
Well, here's the thing. If you had an incredibly well-rehearsed presentation and only used the PowerPoint to punctuate certain things, this is a style of presentation I have done so everyone's not just reading, they're paying attention to you.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, either due to emotion and or lack of rehearsal, Mikey falls apart.
I don't think it was lack of rehearsal, though, because we saw him, like, standing at a table, like, going like... Oh,
yeah.
Mm. I think he fully crumbled under the pressure.
Yeah.
I think he also really does want it. His mom's there.
Oh, yeah.
The motivation slide where he said, "What motivates me?"
Me?
His is the one that's the most guilty of just making a poster, taking a picture of the poster, and then saying what was on the poster. And I was like, okay.
It is also kind of wild for part of your plan to be, I've just won a lot of money, so I'm going to make my family and friends work for free for me.
Why is that? That was his whole business plan before, too.
Yeah, why not just say, hey, my family needs help, so I'll pay them to do great stuff for
Or,
me.
like, reinvest the money in my community.
Well, something that he said before the slideshow started, in one of my rare moments of sympathy for Mikey, he says that he wants to show his family a side of life that unfortunately only money can show. And I'm like, you know what? That's real.
It's
That's
real.
extremely real.
But
Yeah.
you don't get any of it. It's all for Mikey. Mikey earned that money.
It's just not a plan. He doesn't, from what we see,
No.
his plan is go home, be with family and friends.
Make them work for me. For trade or whatever. Like, no cash. Only trade.
And
that's not me talking about sex work. That's how it used to be on Model Mayhem or whatever.
And this is where we get a return to Niall and Mikey having the same argument against each other, that the other one only has one look. And this is genuinely so funny to me that both of their main argument about themselves and the other person is the same argument.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fascinating. We've never seen that in Top Model, because normally it's like, I'm high fashion, she's just commercial. Well, I'm commercial and everyone relates to me. She's haute couture and that's all. This time they're like, one face. I agree, one face.
I have a face that is a face. Their face is a face.
Yep.
Because none of them can accurately claim that about themselves because they didn't actually have to do any high fashion shoots this cycle.
No, they didn't.
When your sponsor is Zappos Couture.
Well, and when the prize is nylon, which isn't fully commercial, but it's closer to commercial and catalog
It's just cool
than...
commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, we see this family photo, and we finally have a bad picture of Niall because this goatee.
Oh boy.
We've all tried a fun thing in the shower, and then we say
I've been
no.
impressed by how many of his old photos still were quite good, because normally this is where they're like, look how gawky they used to be. And I was like, we found that to Jersey.
I did love baby Niall stank face photo.
Then 20 minutes to runway. This is after presentation and photo deliberation.
And the judges force all of them to go outside and
Where it's
literally
freezing.
shiver.
Sit at, cafe tables.
Yeah, this was giving IKEA cafeteria.
They couldn't go into an empty rehearsal room somewhere.
They didn't pay for it. They come back. Niall, classically beautiful, deaf. Mikey, your past is not your present or your future. Okay.
And it's very funny.
At least their
because-
moms weren't there for this exact
Oh.
moment.
Yes. I remember when I watched this cycle in real time being terrified that Mikey was about to get to the final two.
It's kind of edited to make you think that.
Yes.
Truly.
But Niall continues on. And Tyra calls Mikey a businessman. As a businesswoman, she sees he's a businessman. What?
She also calls him one of America's Next Top Model's biggest success stories. Like, we haven't had years and years and years of women coming from traumatic backgrounds.
Yeah, but they're
to
not
better their
men, Hannah.
circumstances. Exactly. It's like we are saying that male trauma
Mm-hmm.
is more, moving,
Profound.
important, profound than trauma that happens to women.
Because men are given everything. So if a man is given nothing, wow. It's so weird. And then the way she says, and obviously this is because I know who Tyra Banks is. The way she says, I'm a businesswoman, so I see a businessman. But Tyra, you're kind of a scammer, and you're seeing a scammer.
Yeah, scam, recognize scam.
Yes. Game plan, recognize game plan.
But then when Mikey
Oh.
comes out
Oh my god.
and his mother is sobbing, and she says,
This broke my
Cindy
heart.
says that she hopes it's like making me tear up now,
Mhm.
that she hopes she didn't do anything wrong. This was the cruelest thing of having the mothers watch,
Yes.
because
Why?
Cindy knows that she's part of the presentation and a literal photo shoot of Mikey's. She thinks she lost this for Mikey and her family.
Why would you? You're just torturing this woman.
At least Mikey goes out on a nice enough note where he says, look, if I could have lost to anyone, Niall's a good guy.
That little bit of graciousness was very welcome.
Yes.
The women. Lacey. Brand. Sexy.
Since
Actor.
when? Since when? Both of those are new.
Mame. Start strong. Faltered slightly. Now strong. Mame stays. And she says to Lacey, go model. You're going to make some money.
Mommy's complete disregard for Lacey is... I've never seen anything quite like it on this show.
Wild.
When Niall got in over Mikey, he came back and gave him a little hug and then
Oh,
went
yeah,
to
it's
stand to
very
the side.
nice.
To Mame, Lacey no longer exists.
No. The only person that exists now is Niall.
But then
And Justin?
it's very heartening
Oh.
for Lacey to come out and she's signing I love you to Niall's mom and vice versa.
It was so cute and lovely and wonderful.
And her mom was very sweet to her too. Like it was
Yeah.
she had such a I'm glad she was second, so the mom stuff had a little bit of a lighter note to end on.
But this is also where she is crying off all of her extremely thick makeup.
This gold that's probably glitterizing her eyes now.
I wonder what color they are in that Tina Fey commercial. Are they just this gold?
I also do appreciate the attitude of, I don't have to be the winner of America's Next Top Model. I'm a winner to me. Good for you, Lacey. As it should be.
Want to do where are they now for these two though?
Oh, yeah.
Break it up so I don't have to do 4 at the end.
Yes. Please.
Because these all have Lacey, Mame, and Niall are some of our most successful post-show people in terms of what the show was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And Mikey has some interesting stuff too. So Mikey Heverly, after the show, he signed with Major Models, One Management, and Next Model Management in Miami.
Major.
Yeah. And he is still with the latter agencies as of 2022. He was in British GQ, Spanish Vogue, Max
Expensive.
Metalia, and Glamour Magazine's one word. And he was in an Orville Peck music video in 2022, which I didn't.
Which one?
I don't remember the song, but we'll have to look it up. He is also seen with his girlfriend Alexi in an audition episode of Temptation Island in 2019.
When they brought it back.
Well, and we also know, right, from previously on model updates
Yep.
that he and Unique Monique once dated.
Well, yep. He dated Unique Monique, but the couple is no longer together. He has a brand, and that brand is the word murder with an
What?
A on the end, like the word murderer, but
So with a U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
It is not pleasant for my accent. He has released his own line of handmade seashell-based jewelry called Murder Shells.
No.
And as
Did
of
he
2020,
murder them to get the shells?
And as of 2023, still seems to be active. The Instagram bio for the brand reads art, handmade by a hippie, free shipping, DM to purchase, established 2018.
Oh my god.
His personal Instagram is Murders World.
Ugh.
And it seems like recently his partner and he announced that he's going to be a father.
Aw.
Get ready for this caption.
Oh no.
It reads, finally will be called daddy and it won't be sexual.
Ugh.
Baby murder coming July 2024.
No. Baby murder? You
Mhm.
can't say baby murder.
He...
Y'all.
He said baby murder.
He said hashtag baby murder to get it trending.
He also, if you look at his IG, two last things, and then we'll move on to Lacey, I promise. He cut his hair super short only very recently, and it looks great, honestly. And apparently his big thing, even when he was on the show, was biking. He has in some interview, he said, my biggest passion is bike riding. I'm a biker back at home, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles a day. It's the biggest thing for me. It frees your mind. And I'm like, I can't believe that never came up.
Yeah.
That is weird.
And why aren't you trying to make like bike apparel then?
I don't know. Lacey Claire Rogers. So Lacey Claire was her middle name.
Huh?
After Top Model, she moved to LA, where she was signed by the Abrams Artist Agency,
Oh,
No
wow.
Ties Management, and Zombie Model Management. She apparently was an actor. She's been in Vogue.it, Fetiche, Fantastamag, Naked, Elegant, Arsenic, Red Milk, San Diego, and Elements.
Elements.
And as recently as like a week ago, an ad she's in was in Vogue US. There's a clip of her picking up the magazine from a magazine stand. She did some stuff for Tyra Beauty. A lot of people did. Monet did too.
Mm.
She also modeled for Moncherry Prom, Laneberry Bridal, and the makeup eraser, the product. She was in a commercial for Botox Cosmetics, and recently she was in a Booking.com commercial we mentioned. We saw in real time
I
where
saw
she
it
played
recently.
Yeah, with Tina Fey.
an alternate reality Tina Fey. And she's currently on the film festival circuit because she starred in a film alongside Stephen Park called Demolition.
Oh.
And she does, mostly of what she does is commercials.
Mm.
She is in commercials.
Makes
and
sense.
If you look on her IG, which is The Lacey Claire, which has about 350,000 followers, that's all she does in a good way.
Hmm.
After modeling, she also studied business in college, and she had a YouTube channel where her video Spilling ANTM Psycho 22 Secrets has over 1 million views. And she was one of those people that Will, in his videos, also did some stuff with. Here's something interesting as podcasters. She is the co-host. I think it ended in 2023, but was the co-host of the podcast, Oh, Here We Go, with Stephanie Parsley. However, I looked through the episodes, and these seem to be extremely important, serious topics, which the title didn't lead me to believe it would be about. It includes interviews with surgical assistants from Planned Parenthood, experts in queer history, trauma specialists, and just for you, Hannah, a contestant from Love Island.
Well, which one?
It's the one who got kicked out for using her dab pen.
Oh. That's hilarious.
Her what?
That's what the description said.
Her dad pen?
Dab.
Dab.
Oh, I heard dad pen.
No.
And she's also got a TikTok where she does some clips from that and other things. And her TikTok, The Lacey Claire 5, has right under 1 million followers. So yeah, but she's doing commercials in commercials and was the host of a podcast that seems to be pretty well received and also
Well,
with some
she
important
said she
And
was
topics.
when
the only
she
liberal.
said, "Get me out of the South," she meant "Get me out of the South."
Yeah, I just was. We've had a couple of people, Delaney from this cycle, also do some well received podcasts, but I just didn't necessarily, because she's young, she's 18 on the show. I didn't necessarily see the heaviness of the topics.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting.
Well, she leaned so far into "I'm young, 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 young" to try to win the show that we didn't get that facet of her personality as much.
Now, I think now's the best time for some top model math.
Ooh.
Okay. Because this is truly fascinating. I've got some stuff from this cycle and also some stuff from all cycles. So, because now's like the last time we're really going to get to do kind of this because the show's going to change a little bit. So, you know how we do the call out rankings versus the actual elimination order?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what the top 4 should have been from first to fourth, just call out average. Lacey wins, Mikey's second. Mom May is third, Niall is fourth. And I thought to myself, is Niall going to be the lowest ranked winner ever?
Wow.
Nope. Guess who? One person was 5th ranked.
Post All-Stars or pre-All-Stars?
It is cycles 1 through 16.
It's so tempting to say Whitney.
And it's not Whitney.
Tiana?
No. Celicia.
Oh boy.
But I was like, I should do better than that. I think it was just think about Jenna and Chantel.
Heather.
Like there were people, yeah. But also in this cycle, the top 4 were the only people who got first call outs except for Devin, who's in the top 5.
Yep.
And Ava.
I was gonna say Ava. It had to be Ava.
Which is just, in some ways, this is the most winning top 4 of all time, but also the eventual winner. And I'm not saying this to take anything away from Niall, just mathematically, very interesting. And it does, in a way, and we'll talk about it at the end more, make me feel bad for Lacey.
Yeah.
Feels like this was her to lose, and the show is not interested in giving this to her.
I mean, Lacey was, to eulogize, Lacey was the most model of these for sure.
I think she just came in with no story.
Yeah.
She tried as much as she could to act like losing 35 pounds was a story,
You
but
mean
it just
puberty?
wasn't.
Yes, just puberty.
But I get why she tried it.
Of course.
Because it's not enough to just be probably the best model out of the top 4.
Yeah. I think most people, even if you're not a fan of hers, can look at the portfolios and be like, she's one of the better models, if not the best of the cycle.
And she was a delightful character on the show.
I was
Lacey
so
was such a good
surprised.
time. So fun. Nice person with some weird, angry quirks that I loved so much.
Especially when we compare them to the other person lost here, who we knew was going to be a drag to talk about.
Famously, a lot of people's least favorite contestant of all time.
But woof diggity. Did I not enjoy...
Well, there's not even good modeling to let you understand why he made it to the top 4.
Yeah, because we've had problems with several toxic dudes in this house in the last 3 cycles, but you could at least normally point to some successes. But Mikey was very good at one angle, one shot.
Hair.
And it just, that was all you ever got from him. And I, with all my heart, just for our own sanity, wanted there to be a turn at some point.
Yes.
To be like, maybe people don't rewatch this cycle a lot. Maybe it was just the first couple episodes. Maybe he'll get better.
It's just also interesting from an editing point of view. I don't know if the show has done so much for a top 4 person to not show any growth in personality.
That's
in
the thing too. Did they just not have it? Because
That's what
if
I'm
he
saying.
was, for as long as like the top 4 stick around, you would think they would try. I think the only thing they had was footage of him talking about his difficult upbringing, which I don't want to take away from that is probably very true.
Yes, but the problem was even that wasn't always that great. Sometimes he spoke about his upbringing and I was like, I don't think you took the right lesson from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you should like every bit of trauma has to come with like but it didn't seem like he is one of the least reflective, self-introspective people
Absolutely.
we have ever seen.
This person has no idea the vibe they give off, the way they come across, what they are projecting, how they make other people feel. He's got none of it.
But what's wild is normally those kind of people are a little kooky, right? Yeah. But he's not at all. And that's what's kind of fascinating.
It's also kind of what we're used to from the show. And that, again, that usually balances it out a little bit.
It's when you have somebody this villainous on reality television, they are usually aware of it / doing it on purpose for the show.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not him.
It sure is.
Yeah, it was truly fascinating. And honestly, this is one of the worst things to happen to Mame, because now she's kind of the villain.
Yeah.
And I don't like to think of her like that, because I don't think that's true of her.
The thing is, if you as a contestant make the choice to play every angle, and you go up against someone who has been more uncomplicatedly good than perhaps any other top model contestant ever.
Yeah.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So then I'm doing IT, and when I go to plug the servers in, they become sentient, and they won't let us access our network unless we forward their chain emails and memes to more and more and more people, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant finds and invites best-fit candidates to apply, so you can discover talent you may have missed. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
So, 10 minutes, and then we see these people sit down again.
Lord. Oh, now it's real.
Imagine, you're Justin. You want to wish Mame well and send her on her way. She's decided to act like nothing has happened and introduce you to her mother while you are shirtless with 10 pounds of fake hair attached to the back of your neck.
Has anyone ever not read a room so hard?
Was she using her mother as a shield? The mother that she's probably shit all over to Justin?
Here's the thing, Lex. I think she truly thinks, okay, this has been addressed, this is happening, and the next step of it feels like this is Mame's first relationship. And she's like, I know the next step is to meet the parents.
Mm-hmm.
A person that doesn't want to meet anyone.
Has chosen to skip over the whole thing where she ever apologizes to Justin.
Mm-hmm.
You hear not one single apology come out of Mame's mouth.
I think they would show it.
I think they would want to.
Well, to me, she has the attitude. If you don't apologize, that means you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, that definitely is what it comes across like.
And I don't think that she actually believes that.
No.
But I think she's just way too aware of the cameras at this point.
Yeah.
This is where we get the Keith shuffle. Never needed to see that again.
And then this runway show is so funny to me because in some ways I think it's the base elements of it I do think are kind of cool. And I like a lot of what is seen on the runway just from an interest standpoint. Mm-hmm. And then the way they add bits.
It's also just crazy.
Bananas.
Because when you think about it, this runway seems, from its basic large elements, to be one of the simpler, easier finale runways we've ever gotten.
It's just slightly curvy.
And then you remember that one of their final 2 contestants is a deaf person who will not be able to experience the vibration of the music at all the way this runway is set up.
Mm-mm.
And in a way that he would normally be able to in basically, 97% of all fashion shows? When you're inside pumping music with a heavy bass line?
Now, the good things about the runway. I like Jay coming out in all the colors that he's worn.
The headpiece is cool too.
And the brooch, the every color brooch.
This is one of Miss J's better season gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The audience is wearing of white gloves.
Who are these audience members?
Contest winners.
Conductors. They're all conductors.
Honestly, my conspiracy theory was that literally is that they are all instrumentalists in the LA Philharmonic.
Well, are the gloves for conductors, for Niall to see applause, or is it because of Disney, Mickey Mouse?
At one point, I was very concerned because they kept doing a shot of the same women in the audience near Niall's mom. And I was like, did they bring in all the contestants' mothers? And they're just never going to tell us that that's who these women are?
Oh, no.
Oh my God. Imagine. I do like, despite, as Niall will say in judging later, his issues with the setup of the music, the pillars that the quintet was on and the way they flanked the runway, I thought looked lovely.
Yes.
But is there a world where these women were not playing these instruments?
Sure.
Because the woman in the back with the cello, Bo never touched string.
Maybe she just didn't have a lot to do in that song.
I don't think the music that we hear is the music that was playing.
No.
Well,
there's also one older man in the audience.
A singular man in the audience.
Yep. Who is drinking a full glass of wine. Like an actual glass that nobody else has.
And then the eliminated models have to start the runway show erroneously, related to nothing else.
Nothing. Just a little intro for Tyra. It's a Tyra introduction.
By walking out and playing fake white violins, and this is where we get a barn burner of a moment for Devin.
No one was given instruction on how to fake play these violins.
Nope. They said make it your own.
And Devin took that and ran with it, literally away from Ashley.
Oh, I just wrote, oh my God, with Devin.
And then the judges say something actually funny, because when he's just rushing past Ashley,
no,
doing
it's
his
not
own
Ashley. It is Hadassah.
Is it Hadassah? Oh,
it is Hadassah who has no time for Devin's shenanigans.
You're right, it was Hadassah. But when they leave, the judges go, Devin said, forget feminism. I thought that was actually funny. Forget feminism. Because that Bird of Paradise hands, they are back. Devin said, you can't keep me down.
I'll do it with a bow.
He's got Bird of Paradise elbows.
I love it. I love that Devin's like, I'm eliminated. What are you going to do? You can't fire me from the show. It'll be a spoiler.
We see a rare appearance of Donald Banks
in the audience.
Why?
Okay, I was like, is that?
Yeah.
Is he always there?
No. And this is where I realized Kelly was the only person in the audience not wearing the gloves because they're white and not black.
No, there are like one or two other people who also took them off.
But you know, Kelly, I can't believe in that position, that judge position, and we've talked about it before, usually that judge, their job is to be someone who does the bits, makes the bits fun.
Twiggy had to be carried out.
Paulina would have done stupid stuff. Even Andre Leon Talley most of the time would do the silly thing.
Janice created the silly thing.
Oh, yeah.
Tyra tells on herself when she says, we've never had a final fashion show in my wonderful hometown of Los Angeles. Yeah, because usually you get to go overseas.
Usually it's
Why
more important.
Say it. Stop making it feel like a monumentous thing and not a budgetary issue.
And this is the fourth time we hear this stupid speech. Why pad it with this?
And the most tepid response to, are we ready for that? Including Kelly Catrode not clapping.
Yeah, this was no K-pop girl band intro where everyone lost their minds later.
Courtney almost falls in this fashion show.
Jay didn't even try with her. Jay was like, nope.
Can I say something weird, y'all? Every time I see Courtney, I forget that Courtney was on this cycle. And I don't know why that only happens with Courtney.
Because her hair is like becoming something else.
Because she's Courtney, like, I guess.
It's like large. It's like trying to like spear it away from her head.
It's just so funny though. Like, why is she that forgettable to me? I don't understand. Like, people who left earlier, I'm like, oh yeah, it's Stefano, it's Delaney, it's whomever. Every time I see Courtney, I was like, oh, Courtney was last cycle.
I feel like that with Delaney. Every time Delaney comes on, I'm like, okay, come on.
But at least that makes sense.
Sure.
She was the first out.
I'm always like, oh, who's that really pretty girl?
She does always look so gorgeous.
Why do we get a Keith Carlos testimonial now?
Why?
In the middle of the finale runway show.
Who cares? I loved work, Hadassah. Giving her roses.
Great walk, terrible runway face.
Terrible runway face.
Mm-hmm.
She'll say, I won't model. I refuse to model.
Lacey's walk is also killer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially probably now that she's not nervous. And wasn't that something, I can't remember, was Lacey someone who historically on the show had a good or a bad walk during like go season stuff? I can't remember.
We didn't get enough information
We didn't get
about
to
her during
see
the season.
Oh, right, because she didn't get the critique. She was the contestant that didn't
Yep.
get the critique.
The outfit that Ava is wearing.
She asked for it. She begged as soon as she saw it. She's like, oh, a flower one?
She said, I'm Pride Loofah.
And it's at the end, but I hate Mame's Face of Beads outfit.
Mame's first walk was great.
Yes.
I'm
I'm
going
to say hers was the best of the show.
Yeah.
For sure. And maybe one of our best finalist runway walks,
Yeah.
that first one.
The first
With
one.
the feathers, with the
Yes.
feathers.
Yeah.
Absolutely kills it. The second look is not flattering.
We already talked about this season about faces on bodies.
And this mid-runway turn that they
Ugh.
praise her for, I'm like, I was shocked that she got praised for that, honestly. I thought that was going to be like...
it was like Tyra. The looks for Tyra, the spin was Tyra. It's extra.
Mhm.
She technically just says that the look was Tyra, which the side-by-side, a rare time when Top Model had a picture and a video that matched one another.
True.
True. Rarely
Also,
happens.
I'm going to say this about, like, look, obviously, all of these outfits are very different, very avant-garde, very designed. Most of them I like, but they're all very different. And if I was Mame and I just got a bodysuit at the end...
That's what it was not flattering. It was not very interesting. It looked like it cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It looked like it was from a different show or something.
It also
Yeah.
looked like it was missing something.
Uh-huh.
Like
The
a
headpiece
headpiece
what-
broke
Yeah.
or something.
And then Niall, they're like screaming at him as though that's going to help.
I was relieved that his walk was fine,
Yes,
in my opinion. It's not great, but I wasn't like, oh no.
but I actually preferred the fast walk to the slow walk.
Well, what's interesting, and I'll say it now because it comes up in judging.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The whole storyline is Niall goes way too fast, according to the show, in his first walk. But then you find out that Miss J had told Niall to walk faster because of the shoes that he was wearing.
I was so relieved that the show showed us this.
Because it made it seem like in the moment, before we hear the judging, that this is going to, being deaf is going to be a hindrance to Niall doing things correctly on a runway.
Right.
Mhm.
And then you learn that no, Niall, like always, was
Listened to
following the
instruction.
direction that he had been given.
Yes.
Now, do I also think that Niall turns faster than any human has ever
Oh,
turned
the
in his
turn-
entire life?
Turn was wild.
The rare, super valid, excellent critique from Tyra Banks on a walk.
Because he gets to the end, picture, boom. Will's like,
Whips.
whoa!
It's like he's two-dimensional, and he like flips.
Oh, he is
Yeah, like
parappa
you-
the rapper.
like you've
got a
He is
little-
turning around.
Like you've got a paper
Paper
doll on
Mario.
a stick, and you're just like,
Yes. This is Niall DeMarco in the 1,000-Year Door for sure.
I do like the moment, and he does this well, because I was like, why is he holding a thing in the first walk? And then he puts it on, and he
Mhm.
snaps that on perfectly.
Perfectly.
And that's an extra challenge. Why does he have
No
to
one else
create...
has to do that.
Why does he have to Lego together his thing?
I did think it was hilarious that Keith Carlos got fashion football pads and helmet.
Oh my god.
It's kind of funny.
And then to top off this, Lacey being Team Niall with signs.
A full sentence.
She has all but learned working conversational skills in ASL
Yeah, she
for
is
him.
conversational in ASL at this point.
And
from the show
honestly,
perspective.
how smart to be like, I'm stuck in this house. I can't watch anything. I can't read
I can
anything.
learn.
Let me learn the building blocks of a new language. I'm never going to have this opportunity again.
I am so tired of hearing about Justin and Mame. Mame, during her runway walk, is edited in to talk about Justin.
I so uninvested.
What was more interesting was Devin saying Team Mame off of that runway.
He was like, sorry about telling on you.
I'm so much more interested in Devin's feelings toward Mame than
Yes,
Justin's.
yes, yes.
And then Hadassah is punished by having one of the two ANTM
These are
3D
so
printed outfits.
ugly. These are made with
Her and Beja got
foam.
Yep.
It feels like the designer was required to include them.
Mhm.
And he said, okay, you'll see that it's a requirement.
They look like something you would wear to like a football game in high school. Like they look
Almost
so
foam
cheesy.
finger territory.
Yes, it's
Mhm.
so cheesy.
We also get this weird Niles perspective shot
Yes!
Oh yeah.
For like 2 seconds.
where we see all of the cameras, and it honestly really takes away the illusion of
It's
this,
so
which in
weird.
a way I did. Normally I like behind the scenesy stuff, and I was like, I don't like this.
No, I like seeing a producer try to hide.
Yeah. Run, 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 run.
This was like Snake Cam from Snakes on a Plane. Like, I know,
So
we
weird.
get it. It's okay.
Then, you know what I'm sick of? Seeing these moms be exploited because Tyra is trying to be a mom.
Oh, man.
Back at the house.
Well, right before we go there, because
Okay.
I need, if you rewatch this episode, listeners, do me a favor. When they take an maybe final Oppo Fofo, it's a group
It's not.
Fofo.
It's
because
It's not.
It's a group photo that includes Keith. Keith's face in this photo is the most bonkers thing you will ever see. He has a maniacal smile. One eyebrow is further than Devin's ever made an eyebrow go. And everyone else looks pretty good. So your eyes immediately go to his face. It is funny. And then just unrelated fireworks. We did it.
Those are not real.
No, those were from
And the way they
Disneyland.
edited them in made it seem like the Disney concert hall was about to be on fire.
Yeah.
Yes, no, those are every night. If you don't know, Disneyland does fireworks twice every night.
Twice.
Uh-huh.
Why
And
twice?
a lot of times they're
One for the
canceled.
kids and one
Yeah.
for the after darks.
Ah.
And
Those are the sexy fireworks.
they get canceled a lot because of high winds. But yeah, growing up in Orange County, you just get used to fireworks happening all the time.
That's
So.
really funny. I had no idea.
So the next morning, we have breakfast with moms. It doesn't even look like a nice breakfast. We don't get a nice hotel
It
champagne
also made me think the
brunch.
moms were staying at the house.
At the house,
They might
I mean,
be.
they've got enough room.
True.
It was nice to see that Niall comes by his jersey, honestly, because Donna is in a leopard print halter and big hoops.
She's like, I'm probably not on camera anymore, right? She just at some point, Donna does become who was Married with Children, Katie Seagal's character.
Oh, Peg Bundy.
Peg Bundy. Donna slowly Peg Bundy-fies herself throughout the show.
We have an Oppo Mopo, which is an Oppo moment, at the Oppo Dopo Stopo, the docking station that we've never
seen.
Nope.
where they get a message on their Oppo pad?
Because Niall and Mame have to find out about their special opportunity.
And by that, contractual obligation.
Yeah, they didn't read their contracts, apparently.
Congratulations! You have earned the trip of a lifetime and will be joining Oppo as their brand ambassadors and fashion models on an all-expenses-paid trip to Southeast Asia.
Where?
General.
Unspecified.
They go to the docking station and they're sent on the shortest scavenger hunt imaginable because they say, go walk on the runway to find the message from Oppo. You are at Oppo.
So now they're just employed by Oppo.
You only become the brand ambassador if you can answer these Oppo's 3.
And this is where Niall and Mame get their mountaintop moment.
Yeah. And Niall took the time to put his earring back in to stare off into the distance and think.
Love the earring back.
It made me think, though, that these are all filmed at the start of the cycle with every contestant, just in case.
Except Mame decides to remind us all she's the winner by being pensive in the Tyra suite.
I hope this was her choice. That was,
It
so
was.
funny.
It
so funny.
was. Clearly.
She also says that all her life she's had to be her own navigator.
Did
What?
you have to fly the plane from Ghana to wherever your aunt and uncle were? Just because they gave you wings in the cockpit didn't make you the pilot, Mame.
When they leave the house to go to final judging, 2 hilarious things happen. One is that Niall walks out of the house holding last night's ponytail in his hands.
It's his new pet.
I think he thought he was going to have to put it back on for judging.
Oh,
based
sure.
on what they put him in for final judging.
The other hilarious thing, Mame has taken on too many lessons from her competitors and has now decided she wants to win so she can take care of her mother and father, aka diplomats, aka one of the cushiest jobs you can have.
But Mame said, I'm going to present one last storyline.
I just want to take care of them.
No.
What if I can't buy this house in 2 years? What then, Tyra?
Part of me really, really does want to like Mame. But Mame does not allow me to do that.
Yeah.
But I think here's the thing. In the first half, I'll just say generally, of the cycle, I really liked Mame.
Sure.
I still think she's one of the best models. She's definitely one of the best on the runway and in person. The
That's
Ghosties prove that. She was just a person that having a long season was not good for.
No.
No.
Because she's someone who the competitiveness, the game player, overtook what we originally really liked about her.
Yes. And unfortunately, we don't get to see her deliberately being a game player. It's all her
Constructed.
taking on different roles. Yes.
Yeah. So I think what you're probably really feeling, Lex, is a bit of her being contrived.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is just so funny because early on I thought she was one of the realest we had.
And I do think that putting her next to Niall does her no favors.
That's true.
Yeah. The least contrived contestant.
Yes.
I think Tyra got the note that her pants were too see-through, so she changed them to a different pair of translucent pants.
Y'all, this is one of the ugliest finale looks she's ever had.
Another leather bustier sheer pant combo.
And it's a shame because I think her hair and makeup is some of her best.
Yes.
Yes.
It was gorgeous.
And the panties were better with this look than they were with the last look.
Can you believe that's a thing we have to discuss on the show? What best Tyra panties we saw?
Miss J looks great. This,
Yes.
using all the brooch that's all the colors of the cycle.
I also love,
Brilliant.
and I'm assuming that Jay picked the specific colors. I love that they're not just primary colors. They're all really beautiful, interesting shades.
There's like a chartreuse.
A lot of them are
They're
jewel
all-
tones.
They're a little off the
color wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making them wear, both of them, making them wear these B-list outfits from the finale is so cruel. I'm sorry, I'm going to say this right now because this really bothers me. I'm not sure why, but it does. I get it. Niall is gorgeous. Making him be essentially shirtless for the finale is dehumanizing.
No,
Yes.
because
I wouldn't like this for any of the dudes.
No.
You know why you're angry? Because this is just a culmination of what they've literally done to him the entire season.
That's true. He's party dork. Stop making him do this.
And they just make him hot and sexy, and it's always to ogle him. There is never this is fashion. This is, we want to see you shirtless. Take off your shirt.
And it's the only way you can be fashion.
Yes.
We are telling you as the experts that this is the only way you get to be fashion.
Because we even comment on his body. Because they are looking at a picture where he's in a Speedo, and then they have they can look at his body in person and compare it.
It does tell you, once again, how bored and lonely Niall must have been that his body improved that rapidly.
He did the thing that Dawn could never.
That's how much he was working out.
It's so funny. All the time. And I hate it because that makes the judges be like, see, the men could do this.
All you have to do is have a borderline existential crisis. The moms watching the live feed from backstage.
Unnecessary.
Ugh.
All because of IVF. This is all Tyra being obsessed and being in the process of becoming a mother.
Yes. Of elevating motherhood.
And I don't mind them being there for once the announcement happens to come out and comfort their child or celebrate with their child. That's happened before. I think that's nice.
Sure.
Why do they need to see the critiques again?
Especially when it does lead to one sweet moment, but that happens in spite of the show.
Yeah.
Yes. Because one of these people doesn't want to be on camera anymore.
Nope.
Doesn't want to
Never
interact,
wanted to be.
Doesn't seem to like the process of modeling, the results of nothing.
Tyra saying that the prizes are real and so close makes them seem Fake.
Fake and far away.
Well, one of them was because Samples Couture never existed.
Mm.
I guess Tyra doesn't watch the dailies because she said that Mame is a sweet and gentle soul.
It was so funny.
Not saying Mame is a bad person, but sweet and gentle? Never.
Ugh.
I don't think Mame would describe herself.
No!
Not
She keeps
gentle.
saying regal. That's
Yeah.
Mame's own word.
Yeah.
And fun. I also sleep with a nightlight. Uh-huh.
But yeah, like we have a brand for her. Why do this now? And this is when we learn that Niall's fast walking during the show is because Miss J said to do that, and Miss
I'm
J
so
defends
happy.
him, which
So-
I
Was
love.
so relieved. So
And then
relieved.
Tyra
And then Tyra
gets schooled about treble and bass.
real quick.
Yeah, because she's like, oh,
I understand.
I get it. I understand.
I've listened to Megan Trainor.
And then Niall just immediately being like, no, it's because it was outside and it was strings.
He even tries to give it to her, like, yeah, that, but also, and more.
The whole setup didn't work.
And again, we have a real critique. He turns so fast.
And the thing is, she ruins her own real good critique by saying that the problem is the turn isn't sexy.
Ugh.
And Yusai is also there, and he's never seemed happier. He is giving reasonable, positive critique because Yusai has his bags packed
Yep.
and is ready to leave.
He is giving 2 tequila sunrises in the airport lounge energy.
Uh-huh. Why don't we just have them both win, right?
He put in 2 weeks' notice, has no plan on showing up for that second week.
Oh, no. That OOO is up already. That's his Oppo OOO. It is up.
Oh. That sounds.
Oppo.
Yeah, I was gonna say this sounds like a song. It's like a mid 2000s like radio friendly alternative rock band
Oh.
kind of song. So let's go through the pictures that they choose.
Let's.
The bus photo. When Mame's bus photo appears on the screen, Mame's mother makes the sourest face.
Yep.
It's like she didn't know what modeling is. And now that she's found out, she's like, I came here for this.
And it's a shame because this was one of our favorites of Mame, but also of any of the bus photos.
Mhm.
And this starts Mame off ahead of Niall,
Oh, yeah.
photo-wise.
Yes.
Because Niall's is just fine.
Yeah. But this is where we talk about his body.
Yep.
Then we have the bound photo shoot.
Why?
Which,
Why
when-
would you pick a photo with two
Two
people in it?
because it's Justin. And we have to keep talking about Mame and Justin and how he's really into her in this photo.
even though this is one of, at least for the three of us, our least favorite Mame photos.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a better one for Niall.
It shows
Yeah.
that he is improving
Yeah.
over the course of the cycle.
This
Then
was neither of their best, though,
No.
so I have no idea why they even
straight-
bothered.
Just because of Justin.
Justin.
Yeah.
Then no filter athleisure.
Why? This one, why for me?
Well, but again, for me, this is a Mame win between the two of them.
It was pretty close, though, I would say. They're both
Yeah.
good photos.
And then the beginning of the end for Mame.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Which Tyra tries so
hard.
hard.
Why is she so invested in this photo?
The assertion from Tyra Banks, and I don't know if this is what she means to say, but this is what she said, is that Dobermans are just dogs that get choked. That's what you do to Dobermans.
Or is that what Dobermans do? Do Dobermans
choke each other?
Or do you choke a Doberman?
What is this?
And then Kelly, this is actually a great Kelly moment. Her
Yeah,
being
it
like,
really was.
this photo's stupid. I don't know why you showed it. It looks tacky. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
She has she's like, she has bunny ears?
Yeah, she literally just critiques the photo. I just find it very funny. And even though it's not actually my favorite Niall photo, I think the show has purported that this is the best Niall photo.
I continue to love that photo.
Right.
Yeah.
I also think
Absolutely.
it was a big turning point for him.
Mhm.
This is when, like, okay, Niall is now a good model.
But what's fascinating to me is this was not his first number one call out.
No.
No.
And they skip over Niall's heavy finger quotes number one call out because it's not actually a good photo.
No,
because
because none of them were.
Could you imagine if they showed the possessed by fashion photo?
No. Can we find a way to add the fashion witch into each of those photos.
Discord, please.
Put in the fashion witch.
Fashion witch into the... And also, maybe Tiny Beja hidden, like a hidden Mickey. Just put that Tiny Beja photo in every...
A hidden Mickey.
And then, for some reason, we have the in the dark photo.
So Niall's mom can get to really live the idea of her child being endangered at work.
Did you see her face
Ooh!
when she heard the description of this?
Donna made a call. Donna made a call after this episode.
Yeah.
That OSHA board lit up.
Oh, OSHA Mafia.
Yeah, this is why Tyra doesn't host the next cycle. She was in hiding from Niall's
Witness
mother.
protection.
But yeah, you actually see the moment where she's like, they did what to my son? Also, I'm sorry. First of all, neither of these photos are the best photos.
Nope.
But also, this is unfair to Mame to judge because again, this was a test shot that they made an example of. So it was bad for both of them.
Yep.
Yes.
Why pick it?
And
Why?
bad for the show.
Yeah.
Bless you, Sai, for just saying, yeah, this photo shoot sucked for Niall. It was really hard. Can't believe he got a workable photo.
And then we have moms, because they're there.
Well, this is the one time that the show accidentally creates a very moving moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because Donna seeing this photo for the first time
That's true. They haven't
is
seen it.
is gorgeous. It made me cry. It was so moving.
And for her in the moment to hear how Niall reacted.
Yes.
Yes.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy's mother took a bathroom break or something. No, when she reacts to it, she looks like she's like, ugh. There's like why'd you pick that photo?
Well, based on what we've seen of her, she's not going to like a photo of herself.
No.
But these were good for both of them in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then we end with the Zappos. Niall
By far. I think Niall had the best Zappo photos out of the four of them. Lacey's were also good, but I actually think Niall's were the best.
But this would have only been competitive if it was Lacey v. Niall, but with Mame, like, of course it's Niall.
And then Tyra refers to them as vessels. Gone are the days of a pallet.
What I love about both of you is that you both see yourselves as vessels that can reach so many people and make change.
You know, vessels with hands. Also, I don't think this was the implication. Whenever I hear the term vessel when it's said to a person, it's weird, creepy, fascio-Christian rhetoric.
To me, specifically, when vessel is aimed at woman, it becomes immediately Handmaid's Tale.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This, like, you are a vessel for, you are inanimate. You are unnecessary.
You are here to receive.
Uh-huh.
I think that's because one of our most popular religious, like, metaphors is you're a vessel for the Lord. So it's like the only time I even hear the word vessel besides a ship.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird way. And also, no, they aren't. What are you talking about?
You can have, like, if you wanted to, if you were going to try really hard to make the metaphor work, you could say the two of you used your time on the show to be vessels and fill up with fashion knowledge and gain everything you could out of this experience. And now we're sending you into the world to be real models or something like that.
That required them to teach them anything, Hannah.
Yeah, well.
But you're right. There's, again, top model. There's a way to do it.
Did you forget the turtle, Lex?
Oh. The good
I'm
turtle or the
sorry.
bad turtle? Are you a good turtle or a bad turtle?
The show really did drop that, though. Like, really quickly dropped that.
They dropped the size. They dropped the animal necks.
We tried a lot of stuff.
I adore the fact that the two most average-heighted folks that are in the finale of the shorts. That's why none of the three of us remembered that this was technically another petite cycle in some ways.
No.
Mame, beautiful girl, child of diplomats, who comes from Silver Springs, Maryland, by way of Ghana. Why did you whisper it, Tyra?
I think it's always weird, and this is very consistent across every cycle that Tyra loves to re-mention the original city that they're in, because Niall's from Washington, D.C., and I was like, when?
It's like she's expecting a sound effect to come in when she whispers Ghana.
Ghana.
Ooh.
Niall, a wonderful man that we say is a young man, mature man from Washington, D.C. that comes from the deaf community. Deaf community and Ghana are the same for Tyra.
The way she says that. And
Look,
Tyra was like,
he
I
was
did it.
born in the deaf community and moved to Washington, D.C.
That's the
But
way
also when
it
she
is
says
so weird.
that we say is a young man, what do you mean?
Look, are you young man or mature man?
Niall wins.
Mame cannot hold her face.
No.
You are a experienced pageant participant. How?
I mean, I think she's genuinely extremely upset and also arrives to zero comfort
Well.
from her mother.
The fact that Tyra could not be asked to sign You Are America's Next Top Model.
That would have been such an amazing moment. That would have been such an amazing
You are
moment.
and she even could have been like ANTM.
Yes!
Yeah. And because he's wearing these stupid spikes, every hug is dangerous.
Yep.
And so he can't even really enjoy himself.
No.
And he's got one of the bigger winner reactions though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This was, I think he did not think he was winning.
And I think he's been holding in so many feelings for so many weeks.
Yeah, he couldn't have
Yeah.
them. He couldn't show
Yeah.
them. When Mame goes back, her mother tells her
This poor thing.
Oh my god.
it's not the end of the world.
In exactly that tone.
Yeah. And Mame responds, it's not, but I was hoping it was.
My interpretation of that was that she's upset.
And me didn't come out.
And yeah, well, I think what she meant was I was hoping I would win.
It was
Yes.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just from the real cold reception.
Yeah, that's a big yikes.
That this is the most we have seen her mother speak to her, and this is what comes out.
Back where Niall's winning, Mom comes out celebrating.
Mom? No, Mom
Runs.
bolts down
Yep.
the... She was not allowed to come on this stage, and she said, fuck you,
Yep.
Mhm.
and bolted down that hallway.
Heck yeah.
I kind of liked Tyra to Niall saying, you won this because you kick ass, you just so happen to be deaf. Because apparently, based on what we've heard from Niall in confessionals
Mhm.
and a little bit from other people on the show, there must have been some rumblings that
Yeah.
people thought that Niall was going to win because he was deaf.
Yes.
We have just heard counter arguments to that
hmm
a lot. So that must have been at the time something that was being purported.
Bandied about. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I liked that that was acknowledged.
It was also very moving to see him take his big moment to sign I'm America's Next Top Model.
Mhm.
And he got to be party dork while he was doing it.
Yes,
he was so happy.
The joy on his face. It's just like, yeah, this is who you are. It's so sad that the show didn't let us have this.
This smile lights up a room.
Yes.
And while I didn't love having the mothers there to exploit them, I enjoyed he was able to share that moment with someone that he could communicate with.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
And I do want to say that the photos online for his nylon spread are great. It's so nice to see him smiling and happy.
Yep. I was about to say they love him. And honestly, I think he's got one of the better Tyra ones.
Well, these photos were definitely taken in Vegas when they were shooting the music video
Mm,
because Tyra's there.
yeah. But I think especially the photo of him in the pool playing chicken,
Oh, yeah.
that face is just gorgeous.
He was also in Nylon Guys at one point.
I liked him, I guess.
Yeah. Do we want to go Where Are They Now?
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot for both. This is two of our most updatable people.
Mm.
Mame, I believe it's pronounced Ajay.
Mm.
Adjei. And after the show, Mame signed with the Abrams Artist Agency, so they left her and Lacey. Next Models LA and Worldwide,
Mm.
and State Management. As of 2022, she's with the Management NYC, Models One London, and Ice Models Cape Town. In 2016, she shared a cover and spread of Elements with Justin, which we mentioned earlier, and a spread in A Book Of with Keith Carlos, and a page in Supermodels Unlimited with the All-Stars Laura, Bianca, Brittany, and Cycle 20's Chris Hernandez, which we've mentioned in a previous one too. So
Oh,
she's done a
yeah.
lot with other top model people.
Wow.
She's been in Nylon, Indonesia, Shape Up, Sweden, Harper's Bazaar, Kazakhstan, Dalmernus, Vlaard, Scandinavia,
Vlaard?
Glitz, Vlerd, maybe?
Blurred?
Weird.
Glitz, Africa, L'Official USA, and Vogue, Portugal. And amongst a lot of stuff. I have to edit down a lot. The credits are endless
Sure.
for Mame.
Yeah.
She is another alumni to Do Tire Beauty. She's worked for the Lucky Brand, Reformation, Michael Costello, True Worth's Wet Seal, Anastasia Beverly Hills,
Oh.
Fenty, Boohoo, 20 Montreal, Bloomingdale's, Walmart, Reebok,
Jesus.
Beyond
My God.
Yoga, Adidas, Fabletics, Arbonne, Smashbox, and LA Activewear. A lot of like sporty kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Which makes sense when you think about how good her fitness photo
Yeah.
was.
She was in a national Samsung and Pandora jewelry campaign.
Ooh,
She was
charms.
featured-
Charms.
She was in a commercial for Intel and for Lexus 2 times over. She's been in music videos for The World Is Mine, Prince Royce's Una Ventura. She walked in New York Fashion Week in 2016, 17, and 18.
Jesus.
So Mame is our model person.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you look at her page, that is exclusively what she still does. And it's her name is her Instagram handle. She also does a lot of activism. She teamed with Black Beauty Roster, which is an initiative set out to be a talent discovery tool focused on amplifying the work of Black beauty professionals through education, mentorship, and advocacy.
Heck yeah.
Saying that she was doing all this work. There weren't always people there who knew how to work with Black hair, Black features, etc., which is something, unfortunately, we've heard time and time again. So she's working to change that.
And saw in her time on the show.
Yep. Untitled Magazine has a great 2021 interview with her where she talks a lot of stuff. I implore you, if you're interested at all, Untitled Magazine, just type that in her name. You'll find this interview. She was also DJing. She became the co-founder of Nuit Noir, an LA-based collective of proud women of the diaspora, showcasing art, music, and activism. She also created her own nonprofit, self-named, aimed at empowering young women. And very recently as a couple of weeks ago, she is set to launch Mame Beauty, which you can find on Instagram at Mame
Tire
Beauty
Beauty?
Co. But stuff like, so she is a model who is also trying to make the industry better, because I also looked up some stuff about her working with other models to make the industry safer and that kind of thing too. So, and all of it's very recent. It's all 2021 and to now. And no, just Niall DeMarco, there's a lot, y'all. Because Niall DeMarco and I think Winnie Harlow are the two most famous outside of Top Model that were also on Top Model. And Niall's also in a lot of ways the most famous winner, to the point that I think people forget that he won Top Model.
Absolutely, yes. That's how you know that you're successful,
Yeah.
when you transcend the success.
So to go back before the show, because I found this interesting, and this is a couple of sources say this. He was doing freelance modeling for about a year before he was contacted by the Top Model producers in 2015. They scouted him via social media and say that they didn't even realize he was deaf. So that wasn't even necessarily a reason that they scouted him, which again, I like, because then it's not like he was being tokenized.
Right.
He was also apparently on fully 3 episodes of Switched at Birth prior to the show.
I saw that too.
What?
And
he
I
was
used to,
fully an actor. He was like, no, I was on television, y'all.
and I watched Switched at Birth. That was a very good show for a long time.
Yeah. Shortly after winning the competition, he signed with Wilhelmina Models in New York. In 2016,
Wait. Did he not sign with Next?
Oh,
Did he not take the contract?
I think he got it, but then
They gave it
this
to
was
Mame.
like the one right afterwards.
Yeah, it would just be really funny if he was like, "No thanks, Wilhelmina's coming."
Yeah. Well, the way they ADR'd Next management, it could have not existed by the time. Most of the prizes now won were fake.
He got money to start his app.
Yeah, but in 2016, he was announced as one of the celebrities who would compete on season 22 of Dancing with the Stars. He was partnered with professional dancer Peta and was the second deaf contestant to compete on the show after Marley Matlin.
Right.
In May 2016, they were announced as the winners of the season, him and his partner, and therefore became the first deaf celebrity to win any global version of that franchise.
Wow.
In 2016, he also appeared in Difficult People, the Hulu comedy series. I remember
So
watching this in real
good.
time.
As him.
Great. No, not as himself.
Okay, I remember
As like
watching
a
it,
fictionalized kind of
but it's
version of
kind of
it,
it's
though.
basically himself.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's so funny.
He's really funny.
He's also been on Station 19, Queer as Folk, This Close. He also has appeared in a lot of music videos, Big Girls Don't Cry, and I remember noticing him in Alex Newell's music video for Basically Over You, where he plays Alex Newell's love interest, who's apparently not good enough for Alex Newell, and I kind of love that. He walked in the Armani at Milan Fashion Week Spring-Summer 2017 show. He was featured in Diversability Magazine's 2017 summer issue and honored as Deaf Life Magazine's Deaf Person of the Year in January 2017. In 2022, he released a book, Deaf Utopia, a memoir, and a love letter to a way of life. And of all the books, this one had 4.8 stars on Amazon, tons of reviews, and he made a very funny Instagram post with a cover where he's like, I know it looks like it says Deaf Top. Because the top is like over his shirt in the Utopia, which is very funny.
Oh my God.
This is the only top model book that seems like a real book.
Yeah. Well, it also came so many years afterwards, which I think is important. You know what I mean?
It wasn't
Like,
banking on it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, nor booking.
It was booking, not banking.
Here's a little selection of like the description of it. Deaf Utopia is more than a memoir. It's a cultural anthem, a proud and defiant song of deaf culture, and a love letter to American Sign Language, Niall's primary language. Through his stories and those of his deaf brothers, parents, and grandparents, Niall opens many windows into the deaf experience. Alongside that, he's also produced Netflix projects, including Deaf U and Audible.
Deaf U is a great series.
I've
Highly
watched one
recommend.
episode. I really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
His Instagram handle is his name. He's got over 1.6 million followers. And we've mentioned it, him being part of the queer community, even though it wasn't necessarily mentioned on the show. He's always described himself as sexually fluid. That's the term that he uses. And the final thing I'll say about Niall, again, there's so much.
Yeah.
You know, there was an interview with Mashable, and here is their question and his answer. In your video advocating for the Equality Act, you mention how often we forget people with multiple identities. Can you describe your experience belonging to both the LGBTQ community and the deaf community and feeling doubly vulnerable to discrimination? And he said, oftentimes when I was invited to LGBTQ events, they were unable to provide interpreters. It is a conflicting feeling when I realize LGBTQ is my community where I can finally be myself, but yet still get discriminated against at events. How am I, or 466 million people with hearing loss, going to be actively involved in our own community as well as ending the stigma if we don't have direct access to information in our own language? Hence my involvement in the Equality Act. I want to remind my community to be the best of the best in being inclusive of others. That way, we'll move faster towards equality. Which feels like it sums up Niall's whole deal in the best possible way.
And it really continues the story of how incredibly well-spoken and thoughtful.
And it really just puts into sharp relief how Top Model was a stop along the way for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you know what? I think for both of them, I think it was a strong top two in a lot of ways. And obviously both of them have gone on to have really impressive careers.
Absolutely.
And that's nice. It feels like in some ways the show did pick the best top two, even though I'll always be a defender of Lacey making the top two, is that Mame is model.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Niall is an incredible personality, actor,
Advocate,
creative, etc., alongside being a model.
I wonder, Lex, if part of the reason Mame was so hard to get on board for was that she was a really good model, so all of this other stuff seems unnecessary.
Yeah.
But also, apparently it wasn't unnecessary, because I think it's what got her into the top two.
I think it is.
But that doesn't mean it's fun to watch. It's like, why are you doing all of this when we can see that you're a good model? Like, why are you putting all of this extra questionably sincere story on top of your natural ability?
I think that's, I don't, in some ways, I hate to compare them, but Hadassah didn't ever pretend to, like, she wasn't a good model, but didn't ever have a layer of artifice, even though you think she would. And then I think Monet, like, they took pageant very different, right? And Monet's pageant was kind of like, I have to be likable or endearing, and it just didn't ever feel authentic, because I think the glimpses we did see of authentic Monet were, like, kind of funny.
Yeah, I think so.
When she was a
absolutely.
little weirdo.
Mm-hmm. When she was getting mad at Stefano.
Yeah.
And look, maybe this is something that she grew into, but seeing all the activism, all the like pro-model, pro-human rights stuff that she's done afterwards, if that was even a little present before, it actually makes me kind of recontextualize her like goddess fiercepreneur thing. I think maybe she
it was directed wrongly, is what you're saying.
I think the impetus to help people was there.
Yes.
And she just didn't have the way yet.
Yes.
And I do think that a lot of young people, when they are learning how to be activists, will be very cringe in that way because they have not educated themselves yet.
That's true.
We've seen TikTok.
I'm the first person to say that.
Did y'all know?
Your first impulse is like, well, just give poors money. And it's like, no, like, it's
Has anyone ever thought about doing that?
Yeah. What about if we steal from the poor and give them some of that money, but mostly make me rich?
I think making mothers/parents such a big part of the cycle is like the worst thing that could have happened for Mame's personality.
Oh, sure. She did. I mean, we talk about it from the perspective of like the mother a lot, but everyone else had a relationship with her mother that was either positive or normal.
Neutral.
And exactly. And it probably really did hurt Mame that she had to deal with that on top of trying to win this competition.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't even think about it from that perspective until just now, but her being like, ugh.
I've got to make my mom likable too.
I also think it's always a weird vibe when you meet other people's parents, because I know I'm like, my parents are this, therefore everyone's parents are this. And when you meet someone else's relationship with their parents that's just diametrically different than yours, you're like, wait a minute.
Oh, you mean when I would be chaperoned on field trips and they'd be like, your mom's hot. And then you don't even look like your dad. I was like, okay.
I didn't mean that, Lex, but imagine if I did. Like that exact story.
But I do wonder if the more grating pleaser aspects of Mame's personality really came out once she was in front of her mom.
Yeah, and also,
for real,
it goes back to sometimes when you're in stress positions and you are surrounded by people from a specific time in your life, and with Mame, it's her mom because she doesn't see her mom that much. I think she kind of reverted to child.
Absolutely.
To please child. And I think it just was like, it's hard to watch because I'm like, you were good throughout this competition.
Yeah. Yes.
You didn't need that. But I think it probably was like a stress response at the end of the day.
I think to kind of talk about the season as a whole and Niall as the winner, I think it's kind of fascinating that, I mean, I'll have to recollect my thoughts and maybe re-listen to episodes, but I think of the three guys' cycles, this one's probably my least favorite. Part of it's just the Mikey of it all.
Yes.
I also think that in some ways, like, there wasn't a relief character as often, in the sense that, like, Niall was good, but Niall we were also cheering for and knew had won. We had Corey and Will to, like, talk about in the other cycles. I don't know.
It's also difficult with Niall because such a huge part of his journey is watching the show mistreat him.
Right.
Yes.
So even though he's lovely, a lot of the time he's not fun to talk about because you just have to talk about the show being awful.
Yeah. And they don't get, they wanted so badly to present him in a mold that was not his natural personality.
Because we also, I think we had the least amount of toxic men this season.
It was just real concentrated into one person.
And Stefano.
Yes, and Stefano.
If we had seen more of Stefano, it would have been pretty shitty, I think.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Whereas before it was like spread out, but we also had Mikey the entire time.
Yeah.
And Mikey was definitely the worst.
Yes.
And in some ways, it's funny to me because Niall's one of the most beloved winners from what I can tell. Like, and obviously he's had such a big career afterwards. So it's funny to me that one of our absolutely best winners from the perspective of both the show and outside the show came from one of the crappier
Worse.
cycles.
And it was a relief on the rewatch to see, yes, he is just as wonderful and charming and good of a person as you want him to be. He succeeds in spite of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was pleased that his modeling got better.
Yes.
Yeah, I am too. Like, it's so tough because I do believe that ultimately Lacey and Mame were better models, but that's
Yes.
not always what the show's winner is supposed to be.
No.
I would always be fascinated. It's kind of unfortunate in some ways that with, and maybe this is a topic for our like Betweenie episode, which is coming up next week, all Betweenie episode with a secret surprise. Stay tuned. It's interesting, and I didn't think about it till we were discussing right now. We never got guys without numbers. Is there an interesting world where the guys and girls cycles are better in some ways without the social media / scoring on top of it? Because
Maybe.
then would some things feel more fair, and also would we have gotten rid of some people that were irritants quicker?
Maybe.
It's hard to say, because that's a world we'll never live in.
And would we have gotten more discussion about the realities of male modeling that we don't get because there is no private panel?
Yeah.
And honestly, as soon as, even though none of us were really fans of him as a judge, as soon as Rob left the building, it's zero discussion.
And I'm honestly curious about what Nigel's perspective would have been.
I honestly
was a
wish
model.
we had him.
Yes.
I wish we had him for these cycles, honestly.
And it would have been hilarious.
Oh my god.
The longer he and Kelly would have gone on.
Oh, so in your version, he and Kelly are both here.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Spicy. My goodness me.
I am so glad to be done with having to talk about relationships in this way
Yes.
on the show.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I did not realize how big of a part romantic / sexual and flirty and toxic relationships between men and women were part of these 3
And
cycles.
how draining it is to watch and have to constantly talk about.
It brought nothing good to the show.
Anytime there was petty drama, I was here. I was like, thank goodness.
And before we end this episode, since this is a big change for Top Model, we're never going to really see Top Model this way again. I feel like we should have Tyra's parting words to the fandom. 22 cycles, thanks to you. Congratulations. You're still in the running towards becoming the most beautiful and flawsome you. Fierce in love, Tyra.
Because she wasn't talking to Niall.
Yeah, was that literally her goodbye to the show? Like,
Yes.
yeah. Fascinating.
But she's congratulating herself
Mhm.
or the show.
That's true. Every other winner gets a nice little, here's
Go
how
be
you're going to
fierce.
go out and do great in the world.
Uh-huh.
Make me proud.
No, Tyra made herself proud this time.
No, she's speaking to her future baby.
Aww.
You're still in the running, Loom.
So next week, listeners, just so you know, we're going to take our now traditional shorter break discussion, what we're looking forward to from the biggest change we'll have seen.
Mhm.
We'll also eulogize
Kinda everyone.
some of the people that we're losing, but we'll talk about them. I want to talk about the highs and lows with the Kelly Cutrone of it all and the Kelly stories and all that. And also, we have something that I feel like the fans have been clamoring for that we'll get to try out in real time. So stick around for that. And if it doesn't arrive in time, we can edit this out. Oh.
It was wild that we made it through All Stars, but the fact that we have completed the UPN CW era,
Is-
Crazy.
good for us, y'all.
Yeah.
And if you think we're good for us and round for us,
And for you.
for you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. We love hearing from you, your hot takes, your iced tea. You can reach out to us at podleadum@gmail.com or our website, podleadum.com. You can find me personally anywhere, everywhere at Yet Charming.
I'm just hanging out on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on Instagram at JW_Crump.
And be sure to use the hashtag PodLeadum and end of an era every time you post about us, so we know it's you.
Yeah. Guys, we finished our fashion time traveler. We traveled to about 2018 now, whenever VH1 starts.
Closer than you think to the end date.
time,
2 months.
This is where our personal timeline starts overlapping.
Whoa. Oh my God, we're going to get to do our origin story as a trio next cycle.
Yeah. So for Podleadum, I have been Lex the Seal Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And meeting Hannah Jane Ginsburg for the first time the next episode we talk about, I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on VH1.
Podleadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.